It's day 16. It's RFS Fluid Links Advent Calendar. It's John, a.k.a. Historical Cook, on Twitter asking, you are allowed to bring back one minor villain. I'm going to assume he means classic series here. Appeared in one series / episode and was never seen again for, oh, maybe not. It could be anywhere. For a new story, who would you pick and why? So one minor villain, just a villain. Not necessarily like just minor villain. I mean, I imagine that means like main villain of an episode, but like minor, not like Daleks or Cybermen or
So Warren's answer sure is Jack. I'm sure.
No, it is not. I actually would pick the Dream Lord because he was a pretty formidable dude who just kind of showed up and took off.
That's
true.
I
think he might be cool to come back.
Was the Dream Lord the Doctor's own mind playing tricks on him?
Yeah, he could still come back anyway.
He was a piece of like eye gook, wasn't he?
No, you're thinking of that other thing with the snot monsters.
Yeah, that's
Sleep
different.
No More, yeah. Kind of was, though.
Also, Wotan. Wotan needs to come back.
Wotan does need to come back. It's the tower's still there. How do we know he won or not? The tower's still there.
We know he won. We
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Wotan's a good one. Boy, there's lots of Draconian's obviously the obvious one.
The Sea Devils. They haven't come back yet. I want the Sea
They
Devils.
have. Well,
I
they
want
came
them-
back. No, because they only appeared in one series or episode, and they appeared in two. They appeared in Wars of the Deep. You cannot use the Sea Devils.
So I'm using them, and I want them redesigned.
No, you can't, Warren. Stricken from the record.
Okay, those are some pretty arbitrary rules you just came up with.
Well, it's the Fluid Links. This is the hard and fast. These rules. Chris, what do you got? You got something there?
Salamander?
He would also just be played by Fraser Hines, though, because that's what he does in the audios now. Or maybe get Reese Shearsmith to play him, except do it badly.
No.
Who would Salamander? That'd be fun. Grendel.
He comes back in comic book form, so there's that.
Grendel would be amazing to come back.
Okay.
You know? Next time I shall not be so lenient. And then he actually is quite lenient in his new life. He goes,
The meddling monk comes back in the first. I still want him to come back anyway. Susan, that villain, Susan.
The meddling monk as Susan.
Yes, there you go. Oh yeah, that would really screw things up.
That's
The
a
Meddling
twist.
Monk is a later regeneration of Susan?
Possibly.
Sure,
Can't rule it out.
he was Susan the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a thought. I'm intrigued by your ideas, Warren.
Well, they're terrible, so don't be.
Oh,
There's a lot you could say on the whole.
yeah.
Like, what about Captain Dent from Colony in Space?
He's still around, especially the ones that like never died, like never got killed off at the end.
the character or the actor?
Well, I hope that an actor wouldn't be killed off by a Doctor Who episode. That'd be awful.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There was an actor who was killed off before he was in a Doctor Who episode, but that's a sad story.
So it's true, too.
Yeah. I like the idea of Captain Dent and IMC sort of coming back and just, we're coming back to collect our pensions. And they come over and kick over all those farmers in Xerius.
I don't know though. They were very much of their time. You know what I mean? They were very much a '70s thing, which they would totally work in. But I don't know if they would work now.
Really?
Unless they kept the same haircuts.
They need those haircuts are like the official helmet. Like they don't need helmets. They have the helmets, and that their hair are the helmets. So I would like to see Captain Dent come back. Sure.
How about the miraculous return of Harrison Chase?
He died though.
No, he comes back, but he's just in a bag.
Yeah,
he's just in a
he's
bag.
just compost.
And his face is actually, you remember those old Sesame Streets where they would have like, this is actually computer animation, very early computer animation. They look sort of like wires talking with a mouth and eyes. That's what the bag looks like. That's the face on the bag. Or it's like the Sorting Hat.
Probably the Sorting Hat. It's probably he could hope to achieve the status of Sorting Hat. I think perhaps after going through the mulcher as he did. We've come up with some good ideas here. There's been some good one-off villains over the years. But I think obviously the one that needs to come back and the only thing I think out of all these that would actually be made better is the Bandrels.
Yes.
How could it possibly argue?
Yeah.
CGI or practical?
Oh, that's a
Practically CGI.
They need to come back. I think they need to be saved. The Bandrels never got a fair shake, and I think they deserve a fair shake in a Series 11 or Series 12 episode, Series 13 rather. An episode where we see the Bandrels, and they're like just terrifying. Like, remember how like Rob Sherman's Daleks sort of like smashed all the myths about Daleks so they could go upstairs and shoot things and stuff. Well, this new episode would show that the Bandrels are actually quite terrifying and would have easily blown up Carful if it wasn't for the Doctor's ingenuity and time lash, and that we should all be very frightened of the Bandrels.
Well,
and
they had
should come
those.
back.
They had those missiles. So
They did, but they blew up pretty easily. And we
Here's
only
who needs to come back. Evolved Ogrons, and we only know because they say no complications.
no complications. Actually, no. Maybe they should be slightly cybernized, and they go, we found and destroyed the enemy, and they go, any complications? Some complications.
Turns out they're the Mondasian Cybermen.